Oh boy, the coronavirus. Man, we keep going back to this. We keep dipping back into this thing, but hey, it's the hot topic and it's definitely interesting. Right now, it's starting to really spread outside of China, and we're definitely seeing a different spread rate of spreading than what we saw in China itself, by the numbers that they were reporting. So my original suspicion with them fudging the numbers is definitely accurate. Definitely with them notably changing the numbers to be less retroactively by contributing some of the coronavirus cases to other flus, trying to make it look better. This is a communist nation. What do you expect? There are no surprises here. It's pretty dang obvious. So, the biggest sign of this, I guess, would be that China's still planning on building a bunch of new hospitals. Still building them. And that's a bad sign. Definitely if it is as under control as the Chinese government says it is, then it wouldn't make any sense for them to be building more hospitals unless they're expecting a worse outcome. Now, there are a couple of conspiracies batting around online. The biggest one to get some steam behind it is that this isn't actually natural, that this coronavirus that we've been following is actually a genetically modified, weaponized virus that was accidentally released in the population. I'd say that I'm not one for conspiracy, but with recent events and how many things have come up recently that have been proven that started off as conspiracies that I would never have thought would be an issue, and it turned out to be true, I'm looking at this saying, well, maybe I'm not taking off the plate because of this. So it seems like there was if my memory serves me right, a bioresearch lab close by this market where the coronavirus first was issued or released, according to this theory. It looks accidental. It would make no sense for someone to build a weaponized virus and then release it into your own community. They could be banking on the fact that they're rich enough to survive it. At least the upper echelons are. Yeah, it looks like this was a screw-up. Oopsie. Oh, shoot! I didn't put the right vial back! Ah, it broke open. Oh, crap. So, we now have over 2,000 dead worldwide, and it's still ramping up. It's still going. It seems very evasive. It seems like it's being a real pain in the rear end. Definitely with people being asymptomatic, but yet still shedding it and spreading it as they go about. It's spread to Europe. It's spread to the Middle East. Oh, and there are some serious issues coming from this, and this is something that could be a major issue. I mean, we've been a long time without a huge pandemic. I think Spanish flu. I'm thinking of Spanish flu. You think of Black Death level stuff here. So if it gets that bad, it could be really nasty. We are looking at it impacting China's economy. It may go from there and affect even the world's economy. In that case, my recommendation, like we had in the original video, my recommendation would still be stock up. Get your supplies, get your medicine, get your water, get food, get everything you would need to be self-efficient for up to 3 months. I mean, plan for the worst and hope for the best. Hope that it stops where it's at, that although our numbers aren't showing it at this point, that they're able to contain it and undo the damage that's been done to the economy and go from there. With people I've worked with, a lot of people are getting hesitant about China, about resources that are coming from China or items that are produced in China. A lot of the large businesses, at least the ones that are working with China that I work with, are definitely looking at finding alternative suppliers. At this point, quite a bit of China is actually shut down. So that's not good for business. Now, if it's something that burns out pretty quickly, China could rebound. We might not see it as far as the consumer level, but eventually it will hit us if this continues. It could also affect, like I said, the world economy. If it does, then we would definitely feel the pinch. And if you have 6 or 3 months of supplies built up, you'll be in a much better position than if you just went with this shooting from your pants on this one. So that's what I'd recommend. Is there incredibility to this China cover-up? It's a communist nation. So we've already seen them cover it up. There's evidence of them trying to cover up the numbers, trying to make it look better. This is an honor-based society. So them being ashamed of what they've done, an accidental release of a biological warfare, would definitely be shameful for them and would bring dishonor to them and their family. That being said, I don't know. I wouldn't drop it out. I wouldn't go gangbusters and assume it's right and go from there. I would highly recommend to plan for the future, for the worst. And that's what we are doing as far as our family is. We are planning for the worst and hoping for the best. And most likely we'll fall somewhere in between them. But we'll see what comes of this.
So that's China's cover-up.